What if I told you that right now you can use AI to create powerful and dynamic presentations for your marketing materials, sales pitches, social media content, or e-learning content, or any type of content you want? This is exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to give you a broad strokes overview of how this whole thing works. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to proceed to create powerful presentations at scale. Everything starts with the script. I'm going to show you an example. Some of the examples will be in Polish because right now I'm doing this in Polish, but it works in any language. So just bear with me here, okay? So everything starts with a script. You need the right script for either your course. This is for a digital marketing course, but it can be for just anything. And it can be as long or as short as you need it to be. For example, it could be for social media posts and so on and so forth. So this is the first step. The first thing, like if you want to make it really dynamic, there still needs to be some human element in it. So let's say that this is the intro. So this would be great if you could actually appear in that content, perhaps if it's a kind of longer content. So maybe you just need a smartphone and then you record yourself. This recording is going to be helpful in a moment, which I'm going to show you why. And then the rest of the whole thing will be a presentation. Let's say that this is going to be you. You can use, for example, a teleprompter to just record that content. And then the rest of the content is going to be created by AI, and we are going to use Canva for that. Now let's talk about some of the tools that you are going to need to make all of this happen. The first thing is that you will need 11 Labs. The tools we are going to be talking about here are paid, so you need to just accept that. I think if you want to create loads of content at scale, then you will need to pay, but this is going to save you loads of time. I've been using 11 Labs for quite a while. It's a great tool for voice creation using AI and voice cloning. So this is extremely helpful if you want to create content with your own voice. You can easily clone your voice with the use of this app, or they have various voices that are already built into the app. So then you can just use them very easily. And it's all about tokens, or credits. Depends on how much content you want to create. You will need this many credits. It's actually pretty inexpensive. For example, for $11, you can get around 100 minutes of ultra high quality text to speech per month, or 250 minutes of conversational AI with up to 10 concurrent requests. Okay, so let's say that you want to clone your own voice. Then you will need around, for this particular app, you will need around 3 hours of high quality audio. And then you just feed it into this machine and it will copy the whole voice. And then you can use this voice in as many different languages as you want. So you can, for example, I was testing it and I turned myself into an Spanish speaker or German speaker, French speaker, whatever. So this is great also for content localization. But let's assume that you have this voice already set up. The next step will be to grab this content that you need. Let's say that you just don't want to be talking for all of these hours. Let's say that you have thousands and thousands of words, or you want to create large amounts of materials. In this case, you, instead of just talking to a microphone and creating this audio, which would take you just hours and you will make mistakes, you can just feed that script into 11 Labs, and then the output will be high-quality MP3 audio file that you can just easily download. Now we are going to take it a step further, and we are going to use HeyGen to create an video avatar of you. So let's say this dude right here, it's not the real dude, it's a copied by AI dude. And you can do the same thing for you. For example, right now, like this is like real me, but you just need 5 minutes of video content of you, hopefully with good audio, and you can feed it into HeyGen, and it will create this audio avatar. And it already has this audio creation capability, but if you really want to take it to the next level, then instead of just using the built-in text to speech models from HeyGen, you would use the audio that you have generated through 11 Labs. And then the quality is going to be way higher, way higher. And what is most important, you will have the almost perfect lip sync for your video. And at the same time, you will not have to deal with the limitations in terms of the number of characters that you can put into the editor. So for example, if you go, let's say, on monthly billing, you can create unlimited videos that are up to 30 minutes and export up to 1080p. So this is like absolutely fantastic. So then instead of just copying and pasting that script to create that avatar, you just have this MP3 ready from 11 Labs, and then you just feed it into HeyGen, and in just a couple of minutes, you can generate just loads of videos with you with perfect lip sync. And for that, you just need 5 minutes of high quality video to create your avatar. But as with these, the previous solution, as with 11 Labs, you have loads of ready-made avatars that you can choose from, and they look quite natural. So this is the HeyGen step. All right, so now you have the script, you have the 11 Labs generated audio, and you have the HeyGen video with your avatar just speaking with that audio from 11 Labs. The next step is that we need a template for our Canva presentation. And you can make it as beautiful as you want. Of course, I'm just going to show you an example. Again, this is in Polish, but just bear with me here. You need a simple template where you have different types of slides. And the great thing is that you can make this presentation much more dynamic. As I showed you, or as I mentioned before, we need content that is going to be, that will have a certain punch to it, that is going to make an impression and keep the viewers or listeners engaged. So the first idea is that in Canva, specifically Canva Pro, you can use these types of animations to animate some of the elements on your presentation to make it more dynamic. Then the other part is that you have transitions between these slides. So this is actually great. So you can see that we already have some movement here. But then the next part would be that just over here, right, where my, let's say, webcam is right now, just over here you would put that HeyGen video with that particular audio from 11 Labs. So this is already adding way more dynamism to the whole thing, because now you have some of these elements over here. You have the avatar with the audio over here. So this is already fantastic. This is already way better than a regular presentation. And then as a bonus, in Canva, you also have animated graphics. Let me just show you here. So you just go to See All, then to Filter, and then Animated. All right, and then let's say that we want to add this type of graphic over here. All right, and now we are just going to present it one more time. So check this out. Now you have these elements, dynamic elements over here. You have transitions, and you have a dynamic element over here, like an animation. Plus you have the HeyGen thing over here. But okay, let's take it a step further. You can also add B-rolls just to make it even better. So then you just go to Videos, See All, and again, let's go with something like Marketing. Of course, you need to choose the right one, but let's say we just drop this one over here, make it full screen, and position forward, right? So it's so it appears at the top, and then you add another layer of dynamism to your presentation. You can just actually include these really cool B-rolls as well. Okay, so that's like the next element. And then the great part is that you can just create a template like this, but then in Canva, you can just go to make a copy, and then you can make infinite copies of this kind of template for all of the marketing materials that you want to create. So this is pretty fantastic. But now you are probably wondering what is going to be like the next step to match the audio that we generated with the use of AI with the slides, right? Because you probably think that this is a really cumbersome process, but actually no. You can do it like really easily again. So this is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do right now. The next thing that we are going to need here is some good old generative AI. I mean, except for 11 Labs and HeyGen. I mean, like good old generative AI, I mean something like Claude or ChatGPT. So now the next step is that we need to have the right prompts to create these texts and proposals for graphic elements based on the script. Okay, so there is one manual element in this process, which is that once you throw that audio here, you will need to cut it. You'll need to like listen to it very, very fast, and then in the right moments you will cut it based on the slides that you want to have. But like the whole thing about what should happen on each slide and what should be like the B-rolls, the graphics, and even the texts is going to be provided by the AI. So let me just walk you through this prompt. Become a master of presentation creation. I'll provide you with a lesson script, and you'll create a practical and well-formatted slide plan for quick implementation in Canva Pro. And for each slide, provide quotes from the script. All right, so then you will know exactly where particular slide starts and the next one starts and so on. And then you can get the texts or also for every slide, including like different points. So then like the step is that, are you ready to use your maximal potential to help me? And then it says yes. And then what you are going to do is you are going to just grab that part of the script that you want to turn into the slides, and you just feed it here into Claude, and it will give you the exact places where each slide should start, what should be the text for the slides, etc. And then the next prompt is going to be for visual elements. For example, now let's handle the visual elements. For each slide, I need one main visual element. It can be graphics, photos, or screenshots. Give me exact keywords I should type in Canva Pro search to find the needed elements. Give me proposed graphics should be consistent in color and style. And then slides should be valuable and visually engaging but quick to create in Canva. All right, so then you just feed the script. It will give you the full output in terms of where each slide should begin and what graphics you should include in each slide. And then you just grab that audio that you have from 11 Labs and you listen to it at a very high speed. And you basically grab timestamps based on these quotes over here. So let's say that, this is the start of the slide. So then you just listen, hopefully with high quality, plugged in earphones or headphones, just to avoid any lag in audio. And you just mark that at this particular minute, it's going to be this slide. At the next minute, it's going to be this slide, and so on and so forth. You can just do it in something like Stickies or any kind of note app. So then once you have that, you can just come back to your Canva presentation, and then at these exact times, you can just cut the presentation. And then you will know exactly where each of these slides should start. Okay, I hope that this is quite clear at this point. And then once you have that and you have all of these text and graphics, you would just go copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, right? To include all of these particular texts and graphics that you got from these prompts. And finally, you just export the whole thing. You just click on share, download, and MP4 video. You can go 4K quality because why not? And then in like a minute or two, you'll have the full presentation. Okay, so just to summarize the whole thing, what we have achieved here so far is that we have this dynamic, beautiful presentation based on a template with these dynamic elements over here. Then you can use like animations and B-rolls over here. You can use the AI-generated avatar somewhere here or here. And you have audio generated from 11 Labs. Everything is beautifully synchronized. You can just export it now into like an in MP4 format. And then if you want to combine it with some, let's say, real footage of you, so for example, that you do the intro and then the rest is going to be done by AI, then you would probably put it all together in Final Cut Pro. So then you just, or I don't know, Adobe Premiere, or maybe even CapCut, something like that. You just grab all of the stuff that you have and you throw in the avatar, like in the right spot. You throw, something, you synchronize the audio from the presentation with the audio from the avatar, and then you create some kind of intro, outro, whatever, just to add a little bit of polish to the whole thing. Yeah, So that's the whole thing. I know that it's kind of mind-boggling sometimes, like this whole process, but overall, I think this is really pretty straightforward. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Perhaps if you found it helpful, you can also check some of the other videos on my channel. I have really quite a few great videos about different types of marketing software and other things as well. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video.